Hey everyone, and welcome back to the workshop for the, the 490th time. 491 if you count the one knife making video I did. But it's kind of special because, I'm coming up on 500 videos, and to me that's a huge achievement, and I wouldn't have been able to do any of it without the support of the Locksport community. It goes as far as from the little guy all the way up to the big famous Locksport celebrities like Wada2C, Bosnian Bill, Lockpicking Lawyer, down to the little guys that don't even have channels, that subscribe and watch and that learn. So thank you guys all very, very much for your patronage and support for the channel and the Locksport community. And, as I usually like to do with a video like this, I do like to pick a lock that's a little bit special to me. This time, I'm going to pick my very first American lock. It's the first one I ever bought, and it is a Series 40, and I have rekeyed it, because when I originally got it, it didn't have a key. But back then, I didn't go ahead and pin them up for 6, so this is actually only pinned for 5. Has a pretty good bitting. Focus, there we go. So let's see about picking this bad boy. I'm going to go ahead and start with the top of the keyway and kind of get nice and comfortable there. Might help put my pinky through the shackle there, that works. And the reason why I'm picking this lock is, when I first started picking these American locks, I was just past the point of, getting bored with, picking your standard quick sets or Schlags or master locks and stuff like that. So I wanted to push myself, and through watching Bosnian Bill's channels at the time, way back early in my couple of years ago, I learned that American locks have security pins in them, and they're a good way to start because, according to him, they're not insanely difficult security pins. But they are a little touchy. They do have a distinct feel to them when you get them in there, and sometimes they can be downright tricky. Right now, I think I've got something over. No, maybe I don't. I just felt a slight turn. Okay, that was pin 1, got 3 clicks there. Pin 2, ooh, back to pin 1. A little bouncing back and forth. That was pin 3, and I overset the crap out of pin 3 just now. So let's go ahead and start over. Okay, it was pin 5, pin 4, I think I overset pin 4. They're easy to overset. And I found when I was first learning them, they're not as easy as Bosnian Bill made them look. Okay, that's pin 1. Oh, pin 3 opened this up, but my wrench fell out. I'm holding it with the pick here. There we go. Spring on that thing's not too great. But there we go. Opened up a Series 40, the very first American lock I've ever picked. Picked again. And now it's shut. And it's going to go right back into the collection. But I know the main reason why you guys are all here, because I promised an amazingly huge giveaway, and I'm trying not to disappoint. So let's cut over to the other table and see what I've got for you. Okay, hopefully you guys can put up with a little bit of the echo since I'm standing up. I'm not at my normal desk anymore. And this spread that you have laying out in front of you is what my 500th video is going to be. You definitely see the revolver sitting out here. You guys remember I asked you guys to vote for which one of those you would rather have out of the revolver, the tuxedo or the reload kit. Well, the revolver had 15 votes. The tuxedo had 12, and the reload kit had 1. So the revolver it goes in here. And essentially that turns this kit into an amazing training giveaway, because what's being included is basically enough locks to get you from not knowing lock picking all the way up to being able to do challenge locks. So let's go ahead and start with what's in the giveaway. So the first thing that's going to be in the giveaway is an acrylic practice lock. You can see when you set the pins. So very useful to new pickers. And it's got a decent keyway too. So it's got the Yale style keyway. So kind of limits your picking options just a little bit. So the next step up in training would be the revolver guys, which you've all seen. There's the key, and it has 4 different setups. The setup with the little arrow, which is right here, that is actually position number 1. And it is pinnable for 6. It comes factory with 5. They include extra keys and key pins and security pins with that. So it turns this into a very useful tool for learning how to pick high security pin tumblers in the Schlage keyway. Okay, the next level in training that we've got here is the Bill Bacardi Ultimate Training Lock. Okay, Bill Bacardi pinned these up. He's pinned up a few of these to give away. I think Bobby Keys is giving one away on his channel right now. But this is a Falcon with a quickset style keyway. It's 6 pins, and it has varying degrees of difficulty as well. This one, if I can get it back in there, requires you to change out the pins, the driver pins, to be able to pick it. Well, we've got custom drivers here. Bill Bacardi made up some custom drivers. He included some factory drivers, and I made some custom drivers. And if I can get this open, I threw in a pack of the Sparrows, checkers, and chess pins, or check pins, that were invented by Lock Noob over in the United Kingdom. So pretty cool stuff. His kit also includes shims, 3 more keys with key pins with varying degrees and bittings. It's got the Allen wrench to be able to take the top apart. And if you want to take the back off of it and gut it normally, he included a homemade plug follower, which works very, very well. Then I took it and put it in this nice little box here, so you can stow it away nice and neat. So there's the Bill Bacardi Ultimate Challenge Lock, or well, Ultimate Training Lock, I would say. All right, so moving the camera right on up into difficulty levels for picking locks. I am including a Master Lock number 5, a cabinet lock or file cabinet lock. So that is a wafer lock. So a different type of lock to pick. You're going to get a tubular lock. Well, you're also going to get a vintage lock. This is a Yale, the Yale keyway. And these are not always extremely easy to pick. You're also going to be getting a 6-pin master lock. This one does have security pins, and it is rekeyable. It's going to be brand new in the box with the key. And another wafer lock you're going to get is this American Series AC with keys. It is a double-sided wafer lock. So, yet another style of lock to try to get into there. Well, while we're talking about locks, let's go ahead and continue a little bit. Well, I've got a challenge lock here from Bobby Keys. And he made it on 12/7/17. And it's got a pretty fun looking bitting. So a challenge lock for you to get started in the challenge locks. I've got another challenge lock for the giveaway made by Bill McCarty. And this thing has a nasty, there we go, that's a good view of it, nasty keyway. But you can still fit a 25 thousandths pick in there and work on it. But really, really cool lock. Bill McCarty makes great challenge locks, and so does Bobby. Let's see here. What else as far as locks go? Well, I've made up 3 challenge locks for you. None of them are very easy. But we start out with this one. This is a tube light, but it is a Lockwood keyway. And it has Lockwood style drivers in it. And this one is called the Destroyer of Worlds. Well, picks at least, right? So we'll see about that. And then we've got this Sergeant called Sneaky Pete. And it is very sneaky indeed. It's got a Bill McCarty-esque bitting and should provide many hours of enjoyment. And the next one up for grabs is a Russ one that I made called Silly Rabbit. You guys can put the rest of that phrase together because of copyright. I'm not going to say it. And there's our bitting on the key. So not terrible. Kind of a fun up and down bitting. And it does work nicely. So that's what we're talking about as far as locks. So as far as locks, practice locks, challenge locks, you guys are getting a absolute jackpot load of locks to be playing with. Now let's move into some other tools that were included into the giveaway. Bobby Keys, he threw in a variety pack of blanks, 6-pin, 5-pin. There's American blanks, there's Yale blanks, there's Kwikset blanks, and Schlage blanks. So very, very generous of my good friend Bobby Keys to throw those in there. And I appreciate that a ton. And here's something else I have never personally had before. And these are depth keys, depth and spacer keys. So, and this is a set for Schlage keyway. It's 5 or 6 pin. And it's got a cut on the key for every single depth. Very, very, very useful when you're trying to make your own keys and figure out, well, what kind of key pins you have in the chambers. Well, the next thing that's in here is a pair of tweezers from my good friend Bobby Keys as well. All of this from Bobby Keys here. And Bobby, I appreciate it very much, just like I appreciate everything that Bill's done for me as well. But we got a pair of tweezers, because you're going to need a pair of those when you're working with locks. That's just, there's no way around it. Then comes the next part. We're lock pickers. Well, we need lock picks. But what's better than getting factory lock picks? I would say getting custom lock picks for possibly your first set or second or third set. It's hard to tell because I'm not restricting the giveaway to anybody. But let's go ahead and look and see what we got here. I've already looked at them a little bit before, but here I've got a nice hook from Bobby Keys. A very nice DeForest diamond from Bobby Keys. And a very nice medium hook from Bobby Keys. And I really like this one. This one resembles the Peterson hook quite a bit. I've also made a DeForest diamond, slightly different shape than the one Bobby made. I've made kind of a heavy-duty swoop. So if you got a big wide open keyway and you want to work from the bottom, and it's giving you a little bit of trouble with binding, This heavy duty pick right here will let you manhandle it just a little bit. And then I've got a medium hook, and that's got a rosewood handle. Then I've got a steep hook with a purple heart handle. And I've got a switchback, a very useful tool. On one side, it's a medium hook. On the other side, it's a short hook. So, very, very interesting. And that one has a walnut handle. So, guys, this spread laid out before us here, this massive, massive bunch of stuff to be given away, is going to go out to one lucky subscriber. And I said the key word right there, to a subscriber. What do you have to do to win this? Well, it's easy. All you have to do is subscribe and leave a comment. When I hit my video number 500, I will draw a random commenter. And, well, I'll send this amazing giveaway out to that winner. If you are in a location that doesn't allow lockpicks, I know there's countries out there that don't allow them. I know there's states out there that don't allow them unless you're a licensed locksmith. So a little bit of responsibility here on your part. If you live in one of those places, do not apply unless you're a licensed locksmith. Anywhere else, like for instance, if you live in the state of Indiana, for example, we don't have any laws on lockpicks. Go for it. But anyway, guys, once again, I just want to say a huge thank you to the entire Locksport community for supporting me for the last year and a half on YouTube. To make it to 490 videos, which I'm definitely going to make it to 500 because I've already got 12 videos filmed that haven't even been uploaded yet. So I'm definitely going to make it there. It's a little bit humbling and it's amazing. So thank you guys all very, very much for your patronage and support. To all my friends that I've made over the last year and a half in the community, my hats are off to you because I have never met such a generous group of people in my life. So, that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you're the lucky winner. Be safe, be legal, and if you see a lock out there in the wild and it's not yours, just don't stick one of these in it.